can you introduce yourself and share a little bit about what you do?
My name is Michael Anthony, and I currently work for my brother-in-law at an Italian restaurant, and am also getting into interior design, uh, which was a little. I got that it would be a good thing through talking with Andrew and some of our sessions, and am currently finishing my first house with interior design. Just so happens to be another one of his clients that the house is for, actually, and my dad's current girlfriend.
Can you tell me how you first heard about Andrew?
It was my dad's girlfriend, Lisa. She's been doing sessions with Andrew for, I think, a year, maybe a little longer. And she had set up a session with Andrew back in April. And that was more for a medium type. And since then, she started using him as a life coach and thought that it would benefit me to do it. And so now he's been coaching me on everything else and is also speaking with her daughter too. She's Lisa's doing it for all of us.
Going into that first reading, were you looking for anything specific?
As far as the one in April with communicating with past ones,
You were looking to communicate with past ones?
yeah, they're about 4 years ago, I had my best friend had died, and I really wanted to connect with him to just figure it was an unfortunate death, and there was a lot of confusion around it. Andrew connected with him immediately and laid to rest all the confusion as far as his death, and really brought a lot of closure as far as his passing and having to try and deal with it and uh, continue life, without letting it hold me back so much, with his death.
I'm sorry to hear that. And what was your first impression with meeting Andrew?
I enjoyed it. I mean, he super intuitive. The stuff that he brought up was, I mean, incredible. Some of the stuff that he brought up was strictly things that only Anthony and I knew, things we had done together and talked about. And I found Andrew to be very personable and um, just, it's really incredible what he does and what he can do. And just the way he guides and goes through everything, it really, really helped. And I was able to share the session with his mom, my friend's mom, who had passed. Well, I shared it with her. We sat down and listened to the whole session, and we cried the whole time because Andrew had also mentioned some things about his mom that I didn't know. He told me that Anthony was, up there with his sister. And so I had to reach out to Jody, his mom, to find out what uh what that all meant. And she had told me that she had a miscarriage and 1000% believed that it was a girl, and that it was beautiful to find out that what she had thought and felt was real, and that two of her babies are now together, and that Anthony is always around both her and I, and we feel it and we see it. And so we meet up every month and continue our relationship, talking about Anthony and stuff, and which has also brought Jody wanting to someday speak with Andrew also, because the stuff that he had mentioned about Anthony's childhood and stuff really, Jody had, after Anthony's death, she had seen another psychic medium, and She said the session with that person was nowhere near as personal as the session that I had with Andrew. And she just, she was blown away also by everything that Andrew knew and had brought up. And like I said, he helped us come to terms and peace with the whole passing of Anthony, and it just brought us closer, and it was really beautiful.
So now we're gonna dive into talking more about the mentorship. With the mentorship, was there a spiritual or energetic shift you felt within yourself while working with Andrew?
Absolutely. He I I had done something on my own a couple of years ago. Andrew told me that it was an astral projection, and he he has been wanting to work with me on using my third eye and really dive into a real spiritual side of things. Since then, uh, according to Andrew, the stuff that has been revealed to me in these uh, personal sessions of using my third eye, he said is um, incredibly rare. So we're pushing to see so that I can start using it, more and more and realize just how much it's, you know, helping things. And it already has improved a lot of relationships that I've had with people. And now I have an understanding as to why I have such a close bond with people. Usually, like, you know, answering their questions before they ask, they can just look at me and I'll say something and they're like, how, that's exactly what I was just going to ask you. So I've been documenting all those instances, which actually happen quite often, but now I understand why. So he's also helping me strengthen my relationships with different people, mostly with my dad. My dad the other day mentioned, he's like, I have noticed a huge difference in you already. And he's like, I want to thank Andrew for this. And I told him immediately, I was like, I do thank Andrew also for this.
What do you think the key benefits are of having a spiritual coach?
He has, because I've always had a lot of questions why, weird things happen to me or why I see d- weird things or feel that I have definitely been, I've always felt that I have been here before, but it just sounds so off the wall to say. So my family has always just been like, okay, Michael, but Andrew has shown me uh, that there's a reason I have all these feelings and thoughts and why he told me that I have an old soul, which I have always kind of known. It's just, there's not really, I haven't really found anybody to talk with that and, for them to understand what I'm trying to say. Andrew has more than helped me with all that. And I think uh, these sessions with Andrew was something I've been needing without knowing. And he's been a tremendous help.
Okay. Did he help you lift a specific fear or block that you didn't think was possible?
He's helped me open up about myself more, to just be honest with people. And so as far as relationships go, I'm definitely more open with my family as far as sexuality. It's still haven't found the right person just yet, but now everyone is, it's just kind of a free flowing conversation that I never expected to have with my family ever.
What's something that you were able to do that you didn't think was possible before working with Andrew?
Definitely tapping into the spiritual side of things and using my third eye. It, I never, I never thought that it could be so advanced as it's become, and or how to just tap into it. He's really taught me a lot as far as seeing things a different way, and it's incredible. It's opening up a whole side of myself that I knew was there but didn't know how to attain it or reach it.
How long have you been in the mentorship for?
We just had our fourth session a couple of days ago, so it's been a month. And according to Andrew, things are moving at a way more rapid pace than he expected or has seen. So we've got we've come a long way in just a short amount of time, and it's I really have him to thank for that.
Would you recommend this mentorship to others?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Andrew is he's not like, other people where he just, will pick up on one thing and run with that and, there's your session. He actually dives into and he brings up like the hard questions and um he he actually cares, which is pretty wonderful and beautiful.
How has your life changed since starting this mentorship?
Since the mentorship, um definitely built closer relationships with my family. He's helped me put down walls. I'm growing spiritually big time and not so it's like he's opened up a whole nother door and it's exciting because this is, life can get so stagnant sometimes and this is just a whole new adventure that I am so grateful for and happy with. It's been a lot of fun.